What is that?
Before we even start Scaredycast, I've had a day.
Oh.
I've had a week.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm gonna bust out a magic mind right now, y'all.
Can I bust out my magic mind?
I got one right now. We're gonna start the episode. We're gonna start this off with a little toast.
Guess what?
A magic mind toast.
Guess what? Brian's a shady shotter with his magic mind because he already took it.
Guess what? I already did it to start the podcast because you know what I like? I like being in flow.
Flow.
You guys are creators.
Yes.
You'll know what it's like. When you get into that flow state, you're just going.
So we're taking our magic mind at the start of the show. So this show's
Yes.
gonna be a banger.
So you guys can be all mad as that you want because I finished mine first, but you know what? I want to reach that flow
You're
state.
already in the flow state.
I want to just be able to create to my max potential.
All right, Dr. Seuss.
Magicmind.com. Use code SCAREDY20 for a discount. Let's get on with the show.
And you know what? If you're not a patron, then you can definitely visit Scaredycast or patreon.com/Scaredycast. And you're going to see the difference between how Tony started that versus throughout this thing. And we're going to see if there's any kind of difference because I think this magic mind is literally going to save his life. Tony had a stroke on
Earlier.
Monday morning.
Yeah,
It was almost for Tony. But actually, it's kind of a creepy, crawly, gross, disgusting Monday morning. So definitely head over to Patreon.
Blah. Makes your skin
What?
grow.
Oh man, you guys just want to jump into movies?
I guess
Or
we
do
should.
Do we have just some
I have-
start of the show?
I do. I have a little
Jibber jabber we want to
discussion
shoot
for you
around here.
guys.
All right.
So obviously the housing market is insane.
Of course.
It's already scary.
Wow. Okay.
Welcome to Scaredycast.
That took a turn.
Ooh, nothing scarier than the housing market.
Point. Let me finish my point.
Get that real estate demographic.
Yeah. We're like honing in on Zillow right now.
It's all the fuckers that we see their billboards that they could afford apparently out there when we're driving around. So it's like, yeah, you know what, realtors? Listen to us.
coming for you.
Yeah.
Would you guys want to know if you were going to move into a new house, whether you're renting, especially buying, would you want to know if it's haunted or not?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what?
I asked that.
And do they always are they like, I don't know? Or do they say, oh, yeah.
No, they're always like, I don't think so. Like,
Personally,
what the fuck are you
yes, I
asking?
would like to
Weirdo? Why are you
know
asking?
because that'd
Yeah.
be pretty cool and way to create content. But are you? If the question is like, do you think it needs to be said? Actually, do they have to tell you if someone died on the premises?
Well, so
I think that varies by like laws, right?
Like states?
well, and that's different of like someone
Yeah.
like dying or being murdered or whatever versus like potentially being haunted. So there's a debate between realtors and paranormal experts debating on if you should disclose if a place is haunted or not.
Yes.
And there are some states, or a few states in the U.S. that have real estate disclosure laws that mention paranormal activity or the potential for paranormal activity.
Ooh, I am mixed on this.
What do
I
you
am
mean?
very
You wouldn't
mixed
want to
on it.
know?
I said personally I would love to. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think as a realtor, is it scummy that they're not going to tell them and try to make a sale? Yes.
Yeah.
But also like we don't even know if hauntings are like maybe it was that person that was lived there before that it's attached to. How do you like I don't know. I don't really think that is like a thing.
I think you should definitely disclose and be like, hey, the people who used to live here, they have reported some spooky activity going on around here.
Maybe they
and,
were crazy.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
Well, one realtor, she was in West Virginia. She said that it actually, once she disclosed and she started marketing this house as potentially haunted, she got more interest.
Yeah.
It spiked by 40%.
That makes sense to me.
How? I would never want, if someone told me, oh, this house is haunted, I'd be like, nope,
Because
I'm not trying to have
everyone's
paranormal activity like 5 happening.
Everyone's
with
a
me.
clout chaser these days. Everyone wants that
I
thing. Guess
think-
what? My house is haunted, and I bought it, and I knew that. It's like
So you want people coming to your house like in the middle of the night being like, let's do
nah,
a
people
seance.
will just use anything to be different or like cool or like they'll use any little thing.
You
like
want the chance of waking up in the middle of the night and there's a fucking like one of Tony's best friends that he's gonna fight or whatever.
What?
He said that
If
he's
it-
not like scared
if
to.
if he gets to be some big like haunted house TikTok streamer and it pays for his Lamborghini, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Because you know what
bet
I
you
would
people
do
are
to that
doing that.
demon thing that's watching me sleep?
We've
First, if it's at the foot of my bed, I sleep on my side.
Or
okay?
side
so you're
sleeper.
already like
I'm already facing. I'm going to swing my left leg up over its head and clamp it between my legs.
What if he's way too tall?
I just swing it around.
Okay.
I come in and out, and I just clamp them,
Oh,
and then I roll like an alligator
Just death roll in the bed.
Death roll the ghost?
I just roll it onto my bed. So he's like, oh, and it falls on my bed.
It hits your wife.
And that's where I sit up real quick. And I'm like this position, and I could ground and pound.
You're taking it to the floor. You're taking the ghost to the floor.
Yeah.
That's what
Joe
you're saying.
Rogan's just in the corner, just like, oh, look at him.
GSP comes in and he's like, oh, that's a very good move. It's not good. I try to do his quebecois.
Yeah. I alligator roll with my
GSP him.
legs in a death grip, and I sit up and I ground and pound it.
Okay,
I'm
you're
having
gonna.
so much fun.
I'm just gonna
Picturing
How many
Tony.
ghosts are there?
two.
just spinning on his bed like an
Should
alligator.
I test this out? Should I get like a
God,
mannequin?
yes.
What if I got
Cody's
a,
just all
Use
bruised
one
up.
of your
We're like,
kids.
fuck.
What if I got a mannequin and I tested it? But yeah, I think you should just automatically assume any house is haunted if you're moving into one.
Yeah, true. Especially if you're moving into like an old neighborhood or anywhere back east. I mean, definitely, or Europe. All of Europe is haunted.
What do you guys think? Would you be more excited to buy that house, or would
no.
you be?
Oh,
Okay, but you know what? Maybe I'd want to know before. I would want to know before, and then I want to know, well, what's happened? Like, what kind of paranormal activity? Because, like, if I move in and that fucker knew that it was haunted and didn't tell me, and then all of a sudden I have a mortgage, like, and I'm locked in for 40 years,
The
now
problem
there's
with
going to be more paranormal activity because I'm going to bring that person there, and guess
kill
what?
him.
We're going to be on an episode of Snapped.
I'm in the man.
what's Snap?
Yeah, what's Snap?
What? You didn't ever see that? It's like when
Is that
people
like
just go like
Nick
crazy,
Cannon's
just like
Wild and Out?
Oh, what's it on?
No, I don't know if it still runs. You guys never heard of Snapped before?
No.
It's about like people like some snapping and then like killing people. It's usually about like husbands
Oh,
and
like
wives
going
and stuff.
postal, not physically snapping.
But yeah, it was on Oxygen True Crime.
Well, that's why
And
I
now
don't
I think
watch
you can watch it on like
girly
Peacock or something.
TV.
Get your shirt out of here, right? With your fucking
Do it
cat shirt.
again.
What's wrong with
I like that little turkey trot. It's like you
like a mother hen?
yeah, like just get out of my coop.
Are you guys over or unders on TP? Do you ever like?
I don't care. I just
don't
put,
care?
I just
What
put it
about
on
you?
the roll. I put
I
it
don't
on
even
there.
put it on there. Just the roll just sits.
It's on the counter,
Yeah.
or on top of the thing.
The roll doesn't last long enough to even properly be put in there, anyways. Because,
Gross. Thank you for that.
but
Did not need to
I
know
also am a clean person.
He is a very
so
clean
I
freak.
use
Yeah, thank you for actually
dude
doing your butthole.
wipes.
Hey, dude wipes.
Ooh.
We should tag them in this. Let's
We
do a
should.
spot for them. Let's just do that for things we like and see if they'll pay us.
Okay, yeah. I don't use a roll because I like to be a clean person, so I use dude wipes. So my butthole is the cleanest butthole.
Brought to you by the EPA.
Brought
We
to you
love
by my
flushable
clean
things.
butt.
You know what though? I will give you a lot of props because I think a lot of guys do not properly clean
no,
their
they
Honestly,
butts.
yeah.
Or really anything.
I would say I'm even anal about my butt cleanliness.
Brought to you by Dude Wipes. We're anal about anal
We're anal
areas.
about anal
Cleanliness.
Cleanliness.
Do we have any? Oh, I saw Godzilla.
Yo, people
Now
are
I know.
hyped for this movie.
I know. We've been making some content on it. We had a fucking another video that blew up over 1 million on just
3 million views.
3 million.
Thank you, everybody who
Here's the
watched me rant about Godzilla. Now it is Brian's turn.
Now,
so-
this is going heads up, this is going to be extremely full of spoilers.
You good with spoilers, Zeke? Okay, you don't
I
mind.
have some very important things to say about Godzilla, and I'm going to make this quick as fast as I can.
Spoilers.
But this is
and no
huge
one can say
spoilers.
it's
Do not watch this if you don't want to see spoilers about Godzilla Minus One.
Pause it for like 5 minutes.
Number one,
Number one.
I thought it was great. I don't
Spoiler.
I don't think it was perfect. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think it was a perfect Godzilla movie. And I will preface by saying I think that I was a little
Overhyped.
maybe,
You have the bar high?
I've also been I kind of got more of what I wanted out of a Godzilla movie with the American versions.
Okay.
Now, I liked the storyline way better than the American versions. I hate the people in the American versions. They're so annoying. But in this one, it was like, okay, this is legit, right? I liked it.
Maybe those
Watching
comics
Godzilla
are right.
walk like a mindless robot with his little T-Rex arms and stuff is
Yeah.
very much classic to the original.
Yeah.
But like, fuck, I was disappointed.
He's slow.
Oh, and I mean, the entire movie is basically just him with his arms like this, walking in a straight line. He's very robotic, very like, on a straight path.
Which is funny
He
because
has things to do.
the other day, the Godzilla X Kong
trailer
came
Holy
out
shit, what a
where
shit show.
it's the opposite, and people
Yes.
are mad on Twitter that in the trailer, Godzilla takes off in a full sprint.
Yeah, it looks
Like he's just like
bad.
Wait, that doesn't happen?
No, he's okay. Let me say this: in the American films, was it 2014 and King of the Monsters, and wasn't there one more?
And then there's Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. Now I'm used to that. He's much more animated. When he when something he doesn't like, he beats it. He like huffs at it. Kind of has he has an attitude. He's got personality, and he's he's actually like punching stuff and bobbing and weaving, and he's animated.
Yeah.
In this Toho one, it's extremely that fucking original soundtrack. Holy fuck, that shit was.
Whenever he first stomps on the city and you hear that note,
yeah, and he comes out of that fucking ocean, and then he's like, "Oh my god, so good." Anyways, it was just jarring to see him be a mindless animal because he was just like, "Huh?" It was just kind of like, "Oh, you're not a very smart."
But he's a lizard.
Right, which makes me think like, look, this is my small gripe.
And this one is a he, right? Or do we know? Is it ambiguous?
Kind of ambiguous.
Okay.
The biggest big thing I had with this. Go
did you
ahead.
get scared?
No, I didn't get jump scared.
I did. At the very beginning when you first see him, like the camera just zooms past, he's like, "Wah!" Like that. I was like, "Whoa."
Oh fuck! Maybe I must have blinked and missed it.
Good thing you used your dude wipes.
I did use my dude wipes to wipe my dirty butt.
God. So the biggest
Maybe it needs to be longer than 5 minutes for
the biggest gripe that I have is the fact that if you've seen the movie, there is a scene where the what do you call the romantic
the love interest.
Love interest. Thank you.
Yeah.
So the love interest pushes our main character in between these two buildings to save him from an atomic breath nuclear blast. And immediately after, our main guy comes out of that alleyway and looks, and it's just everything is gone. It's devastation, just like a nuke going off, because that's basically what he does. That's basically what Godzilla does. But when he's looking up and down the street and the camera shows what was just once a bustling city is now looks like a tornado went through it. It's completely destroyed. All the buildings are leveled. There's no sign of humans, clothes, people, anything. Everyone and this was like tons of people, mass hysteria, people running around while he's crushing them. There's not a single trace of a human, which means they were vaporized by this atomic nuclear bomb going off, right? So like, she should have been vaporized. She was gone, never to be seen again. And somehow, we see at the very last scene of the movie, she's got a little bandage head wrap and her arm in a sling.
Wait, but she pushed him into the alleyway,
Gets
but she was out. But
blasted.
she was out in the
the blast down the street.
Maybe
and
she also kind of like jumped in the alley a little bit.
Oh no! She gets very fucked up. You see her like blow back, and like everybody's
What?
gone.
And
Everybody's
she just
gone.
has like a little boo boo.
Yeah, but
Good for
then
her.
did you notice?
But
Maybe she's a
then-
lizard.
She leans in for a hug with our main character protagonist while he's crying and in cheers of joy and all this stuff. And right here,
right on her neck.
like right at the jugular, I swear to God, it was like a little black tattoo almost, or like a
Scaly?
symbiote. And I swear it starts going like it's going through her veins. I saw this with my two
Like a zombie.
roommates, and my two roommates both noticed it too. And then I asked Tony, he's like, "Oh yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
saw that." Because I was like,
so
"What
that's
the
what you're
fuck are
saying
they
with, like,
trying to
sequel
do?
thing.
Like they're gonna make her a lizard, or there's some weird like venom symbiote
Maybe it's
thing
like a
going?
virus type
What is
thing,
going
or-
on?" And because like there's no way she could be alive. So is that like, yeah, is it like a disease? Is she a clone? Is it like what's happening here? Or did she get vaporized but regenerates like Godzilla does in the movie?
I think that's it.
So maybe she's
Because
like,
remember, like my favorite part of the movie is whenever they're
Oh, so she's gonna be another Godzilla.
like
She could be
the
a
dudes
girl.
are just on this old rickety fishing boat,
Right.
But like the Navy dudes show up to help, and they're like, "Oh, thank God they're here!" And then Godzilla just nopes those boats.
Yeah.
So it's just our like main dudes who we love at this point, and Godzilla, and they have mines because that's their job. Is they're going out there getting rid of all the mines for World War II, and they get the mine in his mouth, and he shoots it with like the gun, and it blows up in his mouth. and like the
blows
side
the
of his
top chunk of his head off.
yeah, and then he's just
Godzilla?
Yeah. The bottom jaw's basically there.
Yeah.
And like this
Dang.
up is just gone.
yeah, and then he's just floating there for a minute, but then you start seeing like blah, 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 it regenerates.
It's
And
all
like,
bubbly and
oh,
it like
shit.
grows back.
So yeah, maybe
Oh.
that's what happened, or maybe she
But why
was
just her?
like one. Maybe it's other people,
Right, but
know.
we only see that one survivor in the whole movie. Because it's like chaos. Everybody's looking for their dead relatives or whatever. And then all of a sudden I was like, what the fuck was that? Did they just try to do that? What the fuck? But the other gripe I have a little bit is like, we saw Godzilla completely annihilate that warship. I mean, like, didn't even fucking try, just wrecked it.
Yeah.
But then when they do the whole giant climactic scene of these tugboats wrapping around them with like fucking the canisters of gas, ethanol or whatever, he just stands there.
Well, it's because he's flying around with the plane. Remember?
But I know, and I knew you were going to say that because, like, but he would have been like heavily distracted. At one point, he looks at the boats and just goes, "Huh." You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like they were putting a tree skirt on a tree, and like you see him just wrap it around. He looks at both boats like, what are you guys doing? And they just
What's
kind of
going
like
on down there?
they just slowly cross, and they're like, holy shit! And he just kind of like, But that pesky plane, it's like, come on. They made
He's
him
a
so
lizard,
stupid.
Brian.
They
Come
ma-
on. You got lizard brain.
They made him dumb,
Yeah.
and I don't
He's an
like it.
Abdullah
But this
Mangada.
also goes back to my problem with the Predator movies. I think they handicap him, they hog tie him because he has to lose. Humanity has to win every time, and I think that's bullshit. So I'm a little biased.
Well, okay, isn't like you were saying, Godzilla, especially in this version, is like well, not parody, but what is it? Like a
Homage,
Reboot.
remake.
it's like a not a story, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a
French person.
you're saying like, you know, for like nuclear war and things like that. Like what would that be like
a metaphor?
Yeah, thank you. Like a metaphor for nuclear war.
Well, yeah,
so
that's
of course
what-
then they don't want Godzilla to win and that they're going to show the devastation and that
But
like wreaks more.
it's true. But then they
devastation.
also like made like 100,000 Godzilla movies, and then made him a good person. So
And there is there's
He's
probably
been-
going to be a sequel to this.
he's been a good character, defender of Earth,
seen it.
longer than and way more times.
It's kind of weird
Then
that
he's
they
been a monster.
went that
I know.
route. But well, because if you're coming at it like you're saying, like so the Japanese versus American versions of it. I mean, America is
But
the
also
atomic
true,
bomb
true,
people.
and also at the very end of the movie, it's he starts regenerating, even though he's just like a chunk of meat that gets blown the fuck up. He starts to regenerate. So you're like, okay, so maybe some weird symbiote lizard thing with the girl, and also like Godzilla's never dies. He's something always keeps him coming back, you know.
So wherever that goes, do you guys think that she's going to turn into like a gigantic Godzilla, or you think she's going to stay like small, or it's going to be some kind of weird?
What about this? If it's the same cast, what if this whole movie's about him killing Godzilla to avenge everyone that he let perish, and it's like because he was a kamikaze, you know, he quit. He was a coward, whatever. So everyone hates him for it. But then he's like, to atone for his shit, you think he's going to kill himself. The whole movie's leading up to him driving this bomb into Godzilla's face to kill him and kill himself. But he ends up not dying because, long story short, he survives because it's heartwarming, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking if it's the same cast, they're going to make her a Godzilla that he has to make the choice between his love and also saving the good, like the more people.
Where's Rachel?
Yeah. And so then he's going to be like, yeah. Just fucking Godzilla screaming, where is she? Anyways, I don't know. That would be pretty crazy. I don't want to talk about Godzilla anymore because we've talked way too much about it. But either way, there's some weird spoilers in there. And also, I didn't think it was perfect, but I really liked it.
All right, so Tony thought it was movie of the year, best Godzilla, best movie 2023.
I think
what
it was
would you
fucking
rate?
awesome.
What
I'm
would
going to go
you
8
rate?
out of 10.
8 out of 10. All right.
8 out of 10. I don't think it was perfect, but I think it's great. It is so fucking good. It's really good. It's really, really, really good.
Boom.
Boom.
On to
we
the
never
next
have
thing.
to talk about Godzilla ever again.
Oh, no,
Please.
don't say that. That's my boy.
Not till
Or girl.
the next one. Not till Godzilla 0.
Yeah, not till Godzilla King Kong comes out. We'll probably talk about that.
Oh yeah, the little. You've seen all the memes of like the baby, like, and I'm like, it looks kind of weird.
Hated that trailer.
It looks.
Oh, that's another reason. So
Suggestive.
you saw the trailer, or you just said the meme?
I just saw the everyone is like showing like the little baby King Kong like
Yeah,
doing
it's
that.
gross.
I'm like, it looks
It's gross. I hate it.
I don't like
I
it.
hate it.
People
I
try
hate
to say
that.
it's cute.
It's
I'm like,
like
that's not
Planet
cute.
of the Apes now. It's gross.
Listen, last week came in here with Godzilla Minus One. I said best movie of the year.
Uh-oh. Has it been dethroned already?
Now it's time to talk about the worst movie of the year.
Oh.
Somebody in the comments section, I saw one comment at one point say that we do hype up movies all the time. Like we never talk about bad movies.
Someone said that?
Yeah.
We talk about bad movies every week.
Well, guess fucking what?
A movie that you actually don't like that's saying a lot.
God.
You hate it so much.
So, I got really excited for a new movie on Shudder.
Okay.
It was called It's a Wonderful Knife.
Oh, yeah. You had high
it's
hopes about that title?
Yes, because it's a cross between It's a Wonderful Life
Right.
and Scream, starring Justin Long and Joel McHale.
Okay,
I'm
fair.
like,
Joel
Fair,
McHale.
fair.
yeah, I'm like,
He's in
dude,
a
I don't really care about him.
I hate him.
Just
He's so annoying.
where do I sign? Got really excited. Settled in last night. I was like, let's settle in. Let's get ready.
Christmas, spooky, awesome. Justin
slasher.
Long.
Justin Long shows up immediately in this movie with like prosthetic, weird, really white teeth and like a spray tan. And he's like,
It's like Baby
he's
Billy.
like a douchey mayor of this town. I'm like, oh my God, I love this already.
Okay.
And then it just,
Oh, no.
oh my God.
Tony went from midnight to 6 that
Yeah.
time.
It,
Are we talking about his dick? Like your boner went down?
yeah. My horror boner went down.
cool.
Horror.
My horror boner.
Horror.
I should probably silence my phone. This is
the
the first
fuck outta
time.
here,
This
Justin.
is the first time.
I
in
called you Justin.
You did. This just
Justin
got
Long
Justin
over
on the
here
brain.
and Theo Vaughn.
I'm Fat Theo Vaughn.
can-
All right,
can
so
call me
tell
Brian
us,
Long.
get us through this. So why was
it
this
was
so horrible?
just like it was 87 minutes long, so I was really excited because it's gonna be a short movie. But it was like this should have been at least an extra 20 minutes longer because it just goes from one scene to the next, and just people fall in love like instantly overnight. Like I'm like, what? What? Like,
That's
hold on,
2023, baby.
And then there was like just 3 times at least where like the killer's knocked out, and you could just walk over and
you
take
already
his
know who
mask
the
off.
killer is?
No.
Oh no, okay, masked.
Well, like
masked,
it's
okay.
yeah, like you could literally kill the killer right now,
Kill the killer.
but they're like, "Ah," and they run away, and it's like, wait, you could like go and
Tony, I don't know why you have a gripe with this. This is every horror movie.
The-
What the hell are you
Right?
talking about?
And you love the goofy shit.
yeah.
the kills weren't great.
That's a big
There was
one.
one.
That's a big
listen, like the movie started off. Like it started off great. I'm like, oh my God, Justin Long, a douchey mayor with a spray tan, and like
And some veneers? Hell yeah.
This dude gets stabbed with like a giant candy cane through his head, and it's coming out his mouth. I'm like, oh hell yeah! But then it like
Then there's nothing good after
it
that.
just immediately starts going like, weird. I don't like this, and
Is there any twists and turns?
there is, but it's like you don't care. Like
You're
you
just like,
don't
get this over with.
You don't spend enough time with any of the characters to really give a shit. So when they die, it's like I don't fucking care. And
Or you kind of want them to die at that point.
yeah,
You're
like
no.
you
Yeah,
just
I do that with a lot
whatever.
of
And like
movies.
Get rid of them.
If I don't like him right away, I'm like, let's see him die.
You're like,
Let's
candy
get
cane in the
yeah.
mouth.
I
Let's
love
go.
creative ways to kill people.
there's no like climatic ending thing really. It just was not great.
It just sucked.
It just sucked.
Damn. So you got it,
I'm
and
shocked. That
it
that was a
just
bad movie.
sucked out of 10.
Yeah, I give it a. I couldn't give it 0 stars on Letterboxd.
I was just gonna say, Tony,
You were
I
gonna give it
saw
0?
this.
I was
He
gonna give
gave
it
it a
0.
half of a star.
I did not enjoy watching the movie. I got into it and was like, it was one of those movies where you get so far in, you're like, I've made it this far. I gotta finish it.
Just
Yes.
like if you backed out of Cabin in the Woods thinking this is just a dumb slasher teen, you'd miss the whole point. Because at the end, that's when shit gets crazy. And you were hoping. You were hoping.
I wasn't. It had got to the point where I was like, even if things get crazy in this movie, I
It's
don't
still
care.
gonna be bad.
Even if
Get
this
me
gets
out of
good,
this movie.
it's still bad.
Now, the acting in it,
Yeah.
the main girl and her friends in it, I like them. They're good actors.
He just likes girls.
You know, I love Justin Long and everything, and Joel McHale is hilarious, and it was just a bad movie. It was bad.
Sad.
I was
Sad.
really. There's like this point in this movie, it was just like, what is happening? The killer shows up, kills like the main girl's best friend, kills like a couple other people. He's just going nuts on Christmas Eve, right? The main girl kills the killer.
Oh,
kills him immediately before the even title cards pops up. Rips the mask off. Oh my God, it's this person. I don't want to say who yet. Just hold on. Because remember, it goes like things
like
happen.
So
a year goes by.
So it's like, well, I know what you did last summer too.
It's got a little bit of that. It even has a little bit of Back to the Future 2 in it.
Oh my God.
Pick a movie that you're going to copy.
Stick with
Jesus.
A year goes by, and Christmas morning, this girl gets a pink, like, jogging suit, like a pink sweatsuit.
Like a velour?
I don't know.
Like one of the juicy,
Adidas.
like.
And she's like, what is this? And then, like, she comes out, like, they're like, oh, try it on, go put it on. She goes and puts it on, comes out, and like, she's like, where is everybody? Like, she's outside. These parents gave their daughter a pink sweat jogging suit and gave their son a brand new truck. It's like,
does that come into play?
Like, do this. I wouldn't do this to anybody.
Like she wants revenge or something? Does it even play? It's just irrelevant.
It comes into play because she's very upset because she was like, what are we doing? Like a year ago, people were murdered. Like my best friend was murdered. And the dad goes like, yeah, but I think it's time we get over that. Don't you think? Like, come on.
Damn.
And we're just like, what the fuck is this? And this is like
That's
the
fucked.
good. So she's like, gets mad and goes, she's like, I wish I was never born.
Right.
And then like instantly.
Oh, and then does it happen when like.
It happens instantly. Like the lights in the town, she then goes out and like she turns around and starts walking through the city.
Born anymore?
And like nobody knows who she is.
So then that's when the killer comes back and ends up killing a bunch of people.
And that's
if
when the
she's
killer's
not born.
back, and because she was not born,
So she wasn't there to kill him.
so she wasn't there to kill him. So the killer has literally been killing people like once a week for the past year, and like to the point that the police showed like, oh, it's the killer. All right. And the line even like the sheriff dude even says a line. I kind of like this part. The sheriff dude said like, put some caution tape over there because people should probably be cautious. Like, it's like,
God, this sounds like a stinker.
I feel like this was written by AI. Like it was an experiment. Like I'm not even kidding. Like it probably was written by.
It
like,
was,
and they're like,
that's why
let's
it took all the
experiment and see
different
what the
movies
fuck.
together. Yeah.
But I mean, if you look, it got 72% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
How?
Dumb.
How?
People on Twitter seem to enjoy it. If y'all enjoy It's a Wonderful Life, cool. I didn't at all.
What's a movie that couldn't even be saved by good acting?
Oh my God.
I'm not saying just a bad movie. I'm saying like
You want me to
bad
say
movies
it?
that literally without like if
Look
you
at me. The Dark Knight.
Get the fuck out of here. We're gonna fight on the way home.
Heath Ledger's amazing in that movie, but if you take Heath Ledger out and just watch that movie without Heath Ledger,
I was
you
gonna
just
say
pissed
like
off the entire world.
I'm sorry, but the acting in that movie is atrocious.
So you're saying The Dark Knight is a bad movie? Or you're saying without Heath Ledger it's a bad movie?
I'm saying without Heath Ledger, it's a bad movie.
Oh, okay. Well then,
But
so you
with
don't
Heath
think
Ledger, it's not a great Batman movie.
this is the TikTok that's going to get us
I'm
canceled?
sorry, but I sat through Batman Begins watching Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne become Batman to save his city, only to get to The Dark Knight where Batman doesn't want to be Batman anymore because he wants a girlfriend.
and I'm sorry, but
And it's Maggie Gyllenhaal. And she's super annoying in that movie. So like,
Nobody's got love for Maggie.
I'm like,
I
wait a
Maggie.
minute, what happened to like saving Gotham and Batman Begins?
Where's Rachel?
Now you want a girlfriend, and you're like, God, I hope Harvey Dent wins this election, so I'm gonna be Batman anymore.
Duck sick by duck sick.
Duck sick.
He's getting his what? Suck dick?
Dick
sucked.
He's getting his duck sicked
Duck
by
sicked.
a lot of beautiful women every night, and he wants Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Hey man,
I don't get that, but
beauty
it's
is
a
in
great
the
movie,
eye
so-
of the beholder. I think a lot of supermodels that people are like,
Oh, I'm sure.
they're so hot. I'm like, they're ugly as shit.
Oh, I wasn't thinking you were going to go that way. I was thinking you were going to go like they're boring or like self.
How would I know if they're? Well, I think they're boring, but that's because you know what? I'm gonna get
Brian?
in trouble here. Yeah,
You got a Bigfoot story?
I sure do. Do you?
Yeah, let's take out this whole fucking Dark Knight
let's get to
that,
let's
Tony.
just get to the Bigfoot.
Get to the
I'm not gonna fuck
creepy,
that.
get
I'm
to the
sorry. I'm
spooky.
standing on this. It's not a good movie. The acting in
You're,
this movie.
you're standing on the fucking
the acting.
quicksand.
Christian Bale. You can't even understand what Christian Bale's saying half the time.
That's true. I will
Okay.
give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I hated his.
Okay, but
his
Batman's not like that.
voice. I was like, oh, come
Harvey
on.
Dent.
Not in the
Not
not in the Robert Pattinson vampire one. He didn't do that.
Fuck that one. I hated
You'd
that
be
one.
amazed at my hot take Batman shit because I'll tell you right now, the best Batman, the most pure Batman moment to me in all the Batman movies, welcome to Scaredycast, is from Batman and Robin with George Clooney.
I did like George as Batman.
The moment whenever he, like, Mr. Freeze defeated and he, like, offers Mr. Freeze the chance to save his wife and get back to work so he could do his research from prison, but he gives him the antidote so he can study it. That's Batman.
Because he's
That's
still,
Batman.
yeah, that was dope.
That's
I'll
Batman.
give you that one.
I don't know because like I think the selfish Batman that doesn't want to fight and save a city and wants a girlfriend in a regular life is a very realistic version of like how
It's
selfish
realistic.
billionaires and shit.
And
are,
honestly,
they
I would
suck.
say that's very much more realistic and that's why I didn't like it as much. I will agree. I don't like
you
the Dark
want to
Knight
live
as
in a
much.
fantasy.
Well, yeah,
love The
because
Dark Knight.
Mark
Yeah, it's
Hamill as like the Joker with like if you're not in the purple suit, you're not this like fancy, but you're also like an asshole. And I love the character of the Joker. And realistic Joker is what freaking what's his face played. Oh God, you just said his name.
Jack Nicholson.
No, God damn it, the fucking guy that died.
Ooh.
Jesus, the guy that died. What's his name?
Wait till they
Heath
get a load
Ledger.
of
Heath Ledger,
me.
thank you. Heath Ledger plays a psychotic with like a psychotic person with like the makeup up and it's all messy. That's realistic psychosis, not what the
Remember in The Dark Knight when they're in the chase with Heath Ledger and he's like shooting he pulls out the bazooka?
Yeah.
And that whole chase, there's that like SWAT team member in the passenger seat of that truck who's just basically narrating the whole chase. He's like, there's even a son who's like, oh my God, is that a bazooka? Oh, don't tell me that's a bazooka.
It's called comedic relief, Tony.
It
I
wasn't
will
funny.
say, before we wrap up this little Dark Knight thing and get to Bigfoot, I have to say, I love, because it is ridiculous, when the Joker is dressed up as a nurse talking to Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
You know, before he reveals that he's Two-Face.
Yeah.
And then, like, he takes down the mask and he's like, oh! He's like, you didn't notice? Like, what do you mean? Like, you didn't notice
like
that
you
it
were
was him this whole
surprised,
time?
like,
Yeah,
he's
and he's
so
like,
stupid.
ah.
Yeah.
I will say half of his face is, like, melted off, so maybe, you know, he's not in the most clear state, but I will say that. But Tony, 100% you are wrong.
I'm the
on
Joker,
this
baby.
Debate.
Joker, baby.
We live in no, that's the new one. What's he say? My father used to
It is Christmas time. And the best Batman movie takes place during
Is?
Christmas time. So shout out Batman Returns.
Hey. All right. Bigfoot. It's time to
Just
talk
slapped your
about
ass right now?
Nope.
It's
I
like,
hit
that
the
was
sides of
very
the chair.
loud.
Stand up and slap your butt before we get into Bigfoot. Turn around, do it.
We don't have time.
Yeah, we do. Go.
That's
We
only
don't.
Patreon exclusive.
We don't. Scaredy or sexy cast. Bring it back. All right, tell us about Bigfoot.
You said you had a Bigfoot. I think you had a Bigfoot story, right?
My Bigfoot story sucks.
Okay.
We don't even need to use it. It's just about
We started real strong.
there's a little
This
Bigfoot
is not-
statue
It sounds good.
and somebody stole it.
Oh, wow.
From
it wasn't
where?
even really Bigfoot.
It doesn't even matter.
Jesus. All right.
Why
all
the
right.
fuck would you even talk? Like, why did you even bring that? You
Because
said
he
you have a Bigfoot
texted-
story.
He texted saying he had a good Bigfoot story.
I do.
And I know Brian. But if he says he's got a good Bigfoot story, he got a good Bigfoot story. So I'm like, yeah, dude, you do the Bigfoot story. Because mine's just about, Bigfoot statue's missing.
Well, somebody find it. We have a bounty out.
So just dump mine.
All right. Ready? Here we go.
Let's get to the goods.
I wish I could dump yours, but now it's in my brain.
Okay. There's this hiker.
Oh, he's hiking.
This is in somewhere in Appalachia, which, if you
Appalachian
didn't
Mountains.
know, the range of those mountains run from Georgia to Maine.
Georgia
So
to Maine.
it could be in any one of those spots.
Be anywhere.
And very, like, unexplored territory.
He sets up. He's a very light hiker because then he can go farther in. Right? If your pack's too heavy, can't hike that long.
Gotcha.
A light hiker.
This guy's by himself. He only has a knife and a bear spray for a weapon. Right? And then he's got like his other little gear, protein bars and stuff. But he's packing real light. He has a little hammock he sets up to go to sleep.
Oh, he's sleeping out.
He's
in the,
staying there
in
for
the
a few
elements.
days because he
he's in the
loves
elements.
hiking. This is his thing. So he's there. He's trying to sleep the first night, and he just can't shake that feeling. Why? is it, first of all, so quiet. There is not crickets, nor squirrels, birds, nothing. Just silent. And he's going, that's kind of weird. That usually only happens when there's a big predator around and all the other little forest critters shut up. Okay? So he's going, that's kind of weird.
Maybe he's the predator.
But then, maybe, I don't know. But then it gets dark. He sets up his thing. He's going to bed, and it's still quiet as fuck. He can't understand. Like, okay, usually if it's just like, let's say a mountain lion was going through, it comes through, it leaves, sound comes back, right?
Why is this guy sleeping in a fucking hammock?
Because it's way easier than carrying a tent and
carry a
poles.
fucking California king out there, Gussie?
Strap it to her back.
God damn!
Wait a minute, you know, maybe you should spend more time in the woods, you damn
I'm
city
a
folk.
city folk over here.
God
Okay?
Why don't he just go check into a hotel?
So then the next day, it's raining.
See?
The weatherman was like, it's gonna be all full of sunshine and daisies and clouds, no clouds. And then he looks up, fuck, gray
Should've had a
sky. And then it starts raining. And it didn't just come down, little spit, and then a little rain. No, it just all at once, like a bucket, floods him. He's going, fuck. Well, do I turn around and come back down the mountain, go home, or do I wait a day and wait it out? Because then try and salvage my trip. So he decides to wait.
God, that sounds so terrible.
Well, now not only is he still dealing with the silence, but now at least he's got some sound.
There's still silence.
It's still quiet. But now he feels like he's being watched.
Now he does.
Because first it was like, oh, that's weird. Why is it so quiet? But now he's got that sixth sense is going, oh, dude, his spidey senses are tingling. He's going, there's something watching me. I feel like I'm being watched,
in the rain?
hunted. Yes.
Oh, because it can... Oh, it like drowns out the noises of him stuck in it.
So he's like, well, fuck, I'm not going anywhere today. It's pouring rain. He says, I guess I'm gonna have to sleep another night. Well, it keeps raining. But when there's flashes of lightning, he can see something moving through the trees.
Stop.
He's going, I thought that was a tree, but it's not there anymore. It's moved. He can't hear anything, no footsteps because the rain, the pitter patter of the rain hitting the leaves. But now he's seeing things in the flash of lightning. Something's moving. He's going, oh, fuck. I'm seeing something. He's starting to get creeped out, right?
Okay.
He gets shit for sleep that night, obviously, because he's sitting there awake like,
Yeah, and he's in the rain. He's been in the rain for 2 days now because he has a fucking hammock.
one whole day. One whole day.
You know how cold that shit is?
So then the next morning he's like, fuck this, time to go.
Okay.
But then he starts hearing something behind him. And that's when he finally sees it. 10-foot, massive, like a baboon, but also like sort of humanish, you know, but fucking huge, right?
He sees it.
He sees it. They finally make
in the day?
contact now. It's during the day. But because he was leaving his camp, this thing's like, no, I've been stalking you. You ain't going anywhere.
nowhere.
So now he lets himself be seen. And what this Bigfoot does is creepier than like scream or attack him or whatever. It just looks at the guy and just opens its mouth super wide to show his fangs. Doesn't make a noise. Locks eyes with him.
Like that?
And just shows it just like, hey, bitch, I'm about to fucking eat you.
Or he's
He just
like,
intimidating the shit out of him. Like, I would expect him to like scream at me, but just the fact that he stares and just like shows his fan. Oh my!
But this guy's still alive to tell the tale.
Yeah.
So the Bigfoot is just like,
He said, I don't even know when I lost my bag, but that shit came off so fucking fast, and he just started running.
But how does he know where he's going?
Exactly. He just wants to get away. Fight or flight. You get in a situation like that, you're just going, get away from this
sorry.
thing.
Okay, I know I'm a city folk around here.
You are.
But if I am sitting for 2 days before the rain starts and I'm like, oh, it's been quiet for 2 days, no animals.
It was the same.
Get the fuck out of there. Like, what? Get out of, like, why are you waiting around for so long?
Because it's pouring rain. You don't really
No, it
want
was
to go
before
try.
that he was saying that it was really quiet and that there was no animal
Right, the
sounds.
quiet
and
thing,
then the
yeah.
rain started. Like,
Right.
get
He
the
had a
fuck
day
out.
of quiet, a day of
move
rain.
locations. Like, what are you doing? Like,
Well, he was going to wait and not hike in the rain.
So if you're hiking
but then he decided to just run without all of his supplies then.
and you turn around, and there's a Bigfoot
He can run a
behind
lot
you,
faster without that pack on his back.
He could have already been moved by that time.
and the Bigfoot does that to you. What do you do?
If I'm in his position,
Yeah, what do you do?
Are you gonna like?
I don't know. It might be one of those situations where honestly I don't know unless I was in that like actual situation. I might freeze. I might run. I might shit myself. I might scream. Well, I'll have a gun. I don't go out in the woods.
No, you do, man.
What do you
just
do?
look that Bigfoot dead in the eyes. You go like this.
Oh, give him the old D-Gen X fucking. Oh my God, we're almost out of time. I need to finish this story. No more interruptions. I need to get through this.
Go.
Okay. So then he's like, "Holy shit, this thing! Both of you, I'm gonna slap.
damn it, Kelsey.
I'm gonna slap you so hard.
Just fucking mischief over
Not
here.
even
just,
Google
just
is gonna
looking
be
at
able
like,
to
what
find
we
you.
do.
I mean, I have something to say once you're done.
Go.
Great. Okay. So God. So then the guy takes off running. He can hear the Bigfoot. He can feel the vibrations in the ground as this thing's stomping towards him, running at him, right? Yeah. He's running as fast as he possibly can, but he's got this little bit of an edge and he can't see how far it is down. He's going, holy shit.
Some cliff.
He's gonna take his chance though, dive into it like a swimming pool. Well, guess what? He jumps and feels his shirt tugged and pulls him back.
No shit.
He's in the air.
Grabs him, pulls him back. He lunged in the air, fucking yanked right back.
That's kind of cool.
This Bigfoot grabs him, looks him face to face. The guy's swinging and kicking, going, holy fuck, what am I gonna do? The Bigfoot's kind of like, yo, don't do that. He pulls out the bear spray. Bam! Right in Bigfoot's eyes. And then he swings and throws the guy. The dude blacks out. And I will continue from what happens next. Because he wakes up and it is not good.
Ooh, cliffhanger.